Hello, everyone. Good morning. It's a privilege for Shearwater to be here. My name is José. I'm representing Shearwater for this amazing event. First of all, Arlindo, congratulations. I know it takes a lot of courage to do this. Amazing job. It's a privilege for Shearwater to be involved with this amazing group of people. So many celebrities in the world of diving. And I'm here just to talk about our simple, powerful, and reliable products that we have been developing for the last 20 years. And I just want to, tell a little bit of how these products came to life, and what were the ideas and what was on our founders' minds when we were trying to develop the best diving products there are. Okay, can I have the pointer, please? Sorry, guys, just 1 second. Oh, sorry, just here, I didn't see it, sorry. So, the first thing is why. Our founder, Bruce Partridge, which is in the picture, he thought that the current computers back 20 years ago, they didn't have the ideal human-to-machine interface. I mean, he wasn't happy on how the dive computers were being developed, and especially how hard they were to use. He thought that he could do a better job by creating a better human machine interface to make things to become more simple, because especially in technical diving, when things go wrong, you kind of want to have a clear path to a safe place. And the computers kind of exist to help us to become safer divers. And if they're creating some obstacles in terms of interface for you to solve your problems, they are the problem themselves. So he thought, can I do better? And so he started. So, of course, this wasn't necessarily better, but it was his first try to do something. So, please come visit our booth, and we have this dive computer there. It's kind of a brick, but it was his first try to invent something novel and new. And he developed this controller, actually, to MCCR rebreather named KISS. So he was trying to accomplish something that made his diving possible in a way that he saw better fit to his necessities. So it was a quest for himself. He started all this for him. So how can I be safer with this? And of course, when you start doing things for you, other people are going to start looking, they're going to ask more questions, they're going to ask for one for them. So he started to build for other people, but still on a very, very, very bad kind of brick computer without many functions. So he decided to level up and start doing better computers. So the first model that Shearwater actually started to sell in a proper way was a GF. So what are the values that Bruce implemented in this first computer? So first of all, simple interface, so it makes it easier for the diver to have a solution that doesn't create more problems during a dive. It's simple, it's intuitive, you don't really have to read the entire manual to start operating it. So he also wanted something that was able to connect to a rebreather, so he made it with an interface with a Fisher cable. He was also looking for a computer that was powerful, that could do a lot of things. That included having the capability of doing trimix dives, to have the capability of implementing gradient factors on a Pullman algorithm, and especially to not lock out. I mean, most computers at the time, if you didn't follow all the rules or something happened, the computer would simply lock out, and you have to wait 24 hours, 48 hours just to get back in diving. So he didn't want that. And he was also looking into little things that could help maybe download your dives. And so the GF was born in a sort of a first try to make an amazing dive computer. The idea was to try to make it smaller and try to make it good enough to have it on the wrist. But if you look at it, you can check one of the GF computers there. It's still a brick, and it's not really easy to dive. It came a phase of improving where the idea was to make computers smaller, add some features, and still keep it simple, which is always hard because as you start advancing and people start asking, and this happens today, I mean, we get hundreds of emails per year of people asking us to implement features that they see fit to our computers. And what a new individual may see fit for his diving, it's not necessarily good for the entire community. So improving meant I have to start not thinking about myself and start thinking about the entire community. How can we make better computers for divers, not for the company necessarily? So with this, the Pursuit and eventually the Predator were born. So the idea was to start having larger displays with smaller packages. So the screen sizes started to improve, and with the Predator, the color display. Color displays meant that it was easy to start having alerts, in visual alerts that could become very visible during a dive and improving safety. And they started to implement these little things, and the computers started to simply sell, and people were amazed with these computers, and suddenly everyone wanted to have one. And it was a phase where the company had to start thinking about how can we structure ourselves to make this product available for everyone and still provide a great service and a great product. So the consolidation was trying to get ahead, and it had two phases. So the first thing for a company was to build better foundations. So we're talking about a company that was actually in the living room or in the office of a family. So it's not sustainable. They had to start moving into better places to produce better computers, and especially to build better sales and customer relationships. So the first phase, and of course Lynn, which is also our founder, had a pivotal role on this, building what we have now, and we believe Shearwater has the best customer service there is in the dive industry. And she was responsible for implementing this. And taking care of her customers doesn't mean necessarily to make great products. It means that when you have a problem, you own your problem and you solve the problem. So that's our philosophy. If a computer breaks, we own our responsibility and we take care of you. So growing the company, starting to sell thousands of computers rather than selling dozens of computers, meant better sales and customer support, and especially quality assurance and risk analysis. So Bruce was very focused on how can we make this product better, and how can this product make divers more safer, have reliability on the computer, and so on and so forth. So it was a time where the Q&A, the risk analysis were pushed on the company, and also on the management side, the company had to structure itself to become more organized, to lower the costs, to have better service, and so on. Another important thing, and this is special for rebreathers, is that it was important for Bruce to have a better system. Rebreathers actually killed a lot of people and still kill, unfortunately. And he thought about how can we make a digital system? How can we make digital controllers? How can we improve on the current systems? So the company started looking into DiveCAN. And if you look at today's rebreathers, most of them will use DiveCAN systems, or a dual DiveCAN system, or even a single DiveCAN system, because digital communications are better than analog communications. They also started to do something that's quite important, which is a safety case. How can we make sure that this product actually tries to solve all the little problems that might occur during a dive? What if this breaks? What if that breaks? So developing a digital communication system for rebreathers was a big, huge step. And it was a process that took maybe 2 or 3 years until the systems were ready and started to be implemented in different rebreathers. Today, DiveCAN is already on version 2, hopefully in a version 3 soon. And it's still the gold standard in terms of rebreather controllers and monitors. Of course, all this, we're still talking about a very small company with 20 or 30 persons in a larger office space, but it's not really big. So as soon as the rebreather market starts to grow, the technical diving market starts to grow, they needed to start expanding. And expanding means new product lines, new ways of helping divers reach their success. And the products that really changed the scenario were the petrol and the Perdix. I mean, it's rare to find a technical diver that hasn't used one of them in some form, either on their rebreathers or in their open circuit dives. So, of course, the Petrol 1, the Petrol 2, and currently the Petrol 3, and the Perdix 1, Perdix AI, and Perdix 2 now are the gold standard for technical diving. They were the most sought-off kind of computers because they were simple to use. So if you look at the first models until the last models, the interface is the same. The way you look for information in the computer, the way you insert your features and whatso are the same. You don't have to keep reading manuals because they're intuitive. Of course, as we age, and Bruce was aging, he said, you know what? I need something better for my eyes. And that was his idea to start developing the NERD, which is pretty much a heads-up display close. It's not an invention. As Bruce likes to say, Shearwater didn't invent anything necessarily. We just made it better. So the NERD was his idea for an aging diver. How can I make sure I can read my PO2 in a much better way, much quicker, and to be safer, to be honest. So this is an interesting story because Bruce knew exactly what he was good at, and he was good at electronics and firmware development, but he didn't understand anything about optics. And a near-eye display such as this, it's all about the optics. So he went and he hired a professional optometrist to solve the problem. How can we make a very small display to pop into our vision and make it big enough to become, usable? So he hired someone, and this person looked for a solution for a special lens for 3 or 4 months and could not find it anywhere in the world. So this professional came back, offered Bruce the money back, and said, I'm sorry, I couldn't solve this. And Bruce, of course, said, you did your job, you can keep the money, and left it at that. And about 1.5 years later, he receives a call, and it's the optometrist saying, I found it. And the solution was a very specific lens that only one person built that could pop out. And if you haven't used a NERD before, please go to our booth and we'll have a nerd into your eyes and you'll see how amazing it is to have such a thing. It's a really interesting way to see your information, and I mean, it's a great product and super small. So, of course, with the expansion of the company, we needed to expand our business lines because not only rebreather divers and technical divers deserve good computers. All divers deserve good computers. So we started to build recreational lines, and of course, as we expand the business, it's all good for divers. Of course, it's good for us too, because they can pay my salary if they sell more. So it's a matter of expanding the business with great products. It's not going to the recreational market and say, okay, I'm going to do a plastic thing here and just sell it. No, we still wanted to the same simple, powerful, and reliable, but in a package that would be a little cheaper, so the access to more divers, and the operation is the same. If you use a recreational computer, if you go and get a Peregrine and you get a Patrol 3, it's the same idea. It's the same environment. It's the same simplicity. And that's really, really important when you're moving from computers, when you're moving from recreational going up to rebreather diving and so on. So we like to think that Shearwater for the last 20 years has been enabling divers to do what they're passionate about. So we like to think that we're enabling people to go wreck diving. We like to think that we're enabling people to go mine diving. We like to think that we're helping people go cave diving and whatnot. Any type of diving. So I will really want to say thank you for all the divers that the last 20 years have been using our products. We wouldn't be here without you guys, and we would like to keep enabling your dreams and your dives for the next 20 and much more. Thank you very much.